What's up, fans? It's your king and leader, beacon of moral fortitude, Cody the King of YouTube, coming at you live, hot and ready, with another ground-breaking video. I've been wanting to make this video for a very long time. I've always been a very ardent student of philosophy. I've always really researched into all the profundities of life. For so many hours a day, I scour the deepest mysteries to try to discern some meaning beyond the average human experience. And if there is one man who also did like I do and was possibly near the level I am in critical thought and innovation, it was a man by the name of Aristotle. Now, I have researched Aristotle's entire life. I have read a lot of his writings, the ones that actually still exist. I have really looked into this guy, and he has an incredible legacy. He's known as the father of biology. He's known as so many things. He completely revolutionized how people think. I remember back before Aristotle came along, a lot of times people didn't use their minds at all. They didn't know what the word think even meant. But in this video, I'm going to be examining the top 7 reasons Aristotle didn't talk much as a kid. It's been well documented that he did not have the gift of gab, as they say, back when he was a child. He didn't talk much, and maybe that's what led him to be such a genius, as he internalized all the knowledge, and he didn't go around trying to blurt things out. He just sat back and learned like a real stoic man would do. But let's look at this, folks. The top 7 reasons Aristotle didn't talk much as a kid. Reason number 1. No computers. There was no text-to-speech. Nowadays, you can type something on Microsoft Word, and the computer, if you click the right thing, it'll say it in a robotic voice. And that's how a lot of kids learn to talk nowadays. They type something into Microsoft Word, that robot voice comes on, and they try to copy it. They say, hello, how's everybody doing today? They try to copy that robot voice, and that's why if you look at the science, accents are changing the world over because kids are they're learning how to talk from a robot voice on a computer nowadays. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 that Aristotle didn't talk much when he was a kid. He didn't have a very big mouth. His mouth, by some measurements, was about half the size of the average kid. So it's a little harder to talk when your mouth isn't big enough to say a lot of the words that you would like to say. Reason number 3, Aristotle didn't talk much as a kid. He just didn't like a lot of the people that were considered his peers. He didn't care for them too much. He knew that they wouldn't understand a lot of the stuff he was thinking about, and he had no time for them. He didn't want to talk to. Why share your wisdom with people who have minds unable to fathom it? Think about that one for a minute, folks. Reason number 4, Aristotle didn't talk much as a child. He liked to eat. Yes, that's right. He would eat many meals a day, possibly 3 or 4 meals a day. And, of course, anyone with any sense of morality, with any good manners, knows not to talk when your mouth is full. Reason number 5 that Aristotle didn't talk much when he was a kid. He was being groomed to be a philosopher king. Philosopher kings, they speak only when they need to, and that makes their words carry much more impact. A lot of people will say that I'm a lot like a philosopher king, and a lot of people say that's one of the best systems of government, is to have a philosopher king that basically knows everything and knows what he's doing and gets things in order, like I've done for YouTube. Reason number 6 that Aristotle didn't talk much when he was a kid. He didn't like the feeling of air coming into his mouth. Whenever you talk, a lot of you probably don't even notice it, but if you're someone that has such an analytic mind like Aristotle had, you notice little things like that. Whenever you talk, you're bringing in air. And Aristotle, a lot of scientists say he just didn't like the feeling of air brushing against his tongue. Alright, let's look at the final reason that Aristotle didn't talk much as a kid. Reason number 7. Can I have a drum roll, please? Reason number 7. The final reason that Aristotle didn't talk too much as a kid. The final reason. Reason number 7. He just didn't like talking.